the elixir behind a debilitating disorder.
The scale of the event had to be staggering.
An audacious plot of wartime escape.
They noticed 25 prisoners are missing.
And a pair of handcuffs that bound a sinister Santa.
This was the biggest manhunt in the state of Texas at the time.
I'm Don Wildman.
Join me on a journey across the United States as we go deep into the vaults of the nation's most revered institutions, unearthing wondrous treasures from the past, extraordinary artifacts, and bizarre relics, each with a shocking story to tell and a secret to be revealed.
These are the mysteries at the museum.
The small West Texas city of Cisco made its name during the oil boom of the 1920s. And along the main drag is the Conrad Hilton Community Center Museum, a collection of galleries dedicated to Cisco's colorful past. Here, visitors will find period rooms from the Roaring '20s, military uniforms, and the wedding dress worn by Eleanor Roosevelt's niece in 1924. But playwright Billy Smith has written about one of the museum's most notorious artifacts.
They are made out of hardened steel. They're cold to the touch. They lock and open with a key.
And they are forever linked to a sensational heist masterminded by one seemingly holly jolly suspect. So what role did these handcuffs play in the sensational tale of merry criminal misfits? December 23rd, 1927, Cisco, Texas. Dressed in red with a beard as white as snow, a familiar Christmas character is seen strolling through town. Santa Claus.
And then he turns and goes into the First National Bank.
The cashier immediately notices that Santa lacks his usual Christmas cheer.
Someone said, "Hello, Santa," but he didn't respond.
The unsocial Santa fixes his gaze upon the teller. Then, the bearded man's intentions become clear.
Suddenly, 3 men burst into the bank, brandishing weapons. And then Santa pulled out a pistol.
Saint Nick orders the teller to open the vault, while his merry misfits keep the cowering customers and employees in check. As Santa's sack is being loaded with tens of thousands in cash and bonds, police officers and armed residents surround the bank.
This was a point in Texas history where there was a $5,000 reward to anyone in the state of Texas who shot a bank robber while in the act of robbing a bank.
The cornered robbers frantically plan their escape as the bloodthirsty crowd grows restless for their chance at the reward. Suddenly, an anxious robber fires a warning shot into the air. Chaos breaks out.
The people in the town all opened fire on the bank. All the windows blew out, and everyone was after that $5,000 reward.
Santa and his helpers decide to make a run for it. They seize 2 hostages and, using them as human shields, escape past the hostile crowd into their getaway car. 1 bandit and 2 police officers are killed in the shootout. 6 civilians suffer bullet wounds. As the cops pursue the bandits, little do they know that Santa and his helpers are having troubles of their own.
They noticed that the gas gauge was on empty because they had forgotten to put gasoline in the tank.
The men commandeer a passing car, ordering the teenage driver out at gunpoint. They transfer their loot and the frightened hostages to the back seat of the vehicle. As the bank robbers scramble to take off in the stolen car, they are stopped in their tracks.
They realized that the young boy who had been driving had taken the keys out of the ignition.
With the posse fast approaching, the robbers grab the hostages, scamper back to their original getaway vehicle, and continue on with the little gas they have left.
They turned east for a short period of time and then headed south on a dirt road. And then the road turned into a 2-track and then finally into nothing at all. So they stopped there, left the 2 hostages in the car, and took off on foot.
Meanwhile, the authorities make a wild discovery when they come upon the car that Santa and his men failed to hijack. It seems that in their haste to evade capture, the robbers have left all their loot in the other vehicle. And not long after, they find the abandoned getaway car.
The police found the car at the end of this road, and the two girls were still inside.
Although the bandits have fled into the woods, the chase continues. Over the Christmas holiday, police and hundreds of outraged residents join forces to hunt down Santa Claus and his men.
This was the biggest manhunt in the state of Texas at the time. This went on for almost a week.
Until the fugitives are spotted by police in a nearby town. One of the criminals is shot down, but his two partners manage to escape. And based on his build and other physical features, police ID him as the Santa Claus who stole Christmas. They waste no time at all slapping handcuffs on him. The same ones on display at the Conrad Hilton Community Center Museum.
Santa Claus was Marshall Ratliff. He was a local Cisco boy. He'd already robbed one bank before.
His partners in crime are located and arrested a few days later. And when all three are found guilty at trial, it brings a measure of closure to a calamitous Christmas tale. And today, these handcuffs remain on display at the Conrad Hilton Community Center Museum in Cisco, Texas, serving as a visceral reminder of the criminal who planned one of the most sensational heists in Texas history.